What up, y'all? Tina here. Let's get into some of this Kang and Jonathan Majors news. So it's being reported by Joanna Robinson that Jeff Loveness was booted from the Kang Dynasty because Marvel may be tiptoeing away from the Conqueror. We have also found out that Dustin Daniel Cretton is no longer directing the Kang Dynasty film as well. He stated he wanted to step away from the film to focus on Wonder Man, who leaves an Avenger film to focus on a TV show. Now, in a recent report as of today, in addition to all of this, Daniel RPK, who's a reliable scooper, stated he's heard that Marvel is still committed to Kang. He said they're still wanting to see this storyline through and they may look into recasting. Okay, so this video has to be broken up into 2 or 3 different parts because we're dealing with creative, legal, and business issues. So let's deal with the creative first because the other stuff can be boring if you're not really into business and legal things. So creatively, the way Loki ended, they're free to do whatever they want to do. They can keep Kang or they can pivot to something else. I think getting rid of Kang would be so short-sighted because I think they have some good stuff working with them. They just have to create a vision and start focusing on him. You have brought your audience in. You have us invested into what's to come for Kang. Let's just start tying everything together. Now, on the flip side, of course, you can bring Dr. Doom in. Hell, you can technically bring in any villain. Galactus, Magneto, give the Skrulls a bigger presence. It's a comic book series. They can do whatever they want creatively. Jonathan Majors aside, they have not done a good job handling Kang as a whole. I hope they see this character to the end. Y'all don't want Dr. Doom rushed into this mess. Victor Von Doom, just like Kang, they deserve a proper build-up and story. Y'all are building Kang up. Stick the course. Worst case scenario, recast him. And I hate to even think that because I want Majors to keep the role and walk away clean. But if not, recast him. It's literally the perfect role to recast. Start zeroing in on Kang, put the spotlight on him, and let's go. Starting with Deadpool. There should be some kind of Kang variant in that film. If you have to recast or use a variant, the sooner you get him out there, the better. Let's get the awkwardness out of the way and let's move forward. Now, let's get to the legal and business side. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Jonathan Majors has legal issues. So everybody is slamming the Variety article, but there's some truth to the article. Now, after the Loki finale, everybody was calling the Variety article BS concerning Kang. Y'all have to read that article and realize those were 2 separate statements that they put together. And it read like it was one whole sentence. I don't think these things were coherently together. But that deal maker is totally right. They have a serious Kang issue. This Kang Jonathan Majors stuff is messy, and I'm gonna tell you why. Disney has been leaving little breadcrumbs trying to play this thing up the middle, but I think a lot of this stuff is coming from an insider, especially someone with Disney info, and I think it's being leaked on purpose. I have a feeling Disney leaked the reason why him and his talent agency parted ways because they're on this total blame everybody but us train. Look at the Variety article on how all that information was sent to them saying Nia DaCosta left the Marvels. Jonathan Majors is the reason Quantumania didn't do good. Mahershala Ali is being difficult. He has demanded so many script changes. They're trying to put the blame on everybody else instead of taking accountability for what's going on in the MCU. I'm assuming Disney also gave Dustin Daniel Cretton the permission to say he's officially leaving Kang Dynasty, which stirs up more rumors because this was reported by a major news company. This wasn't a rumor. It's official. I've been watching Marvel since Blade, since X-Men, and I have never heard Marvel say the reason a movie failed is due to the lack of the performance from the villain. It seems like they're totally setting him up to fall on this night. Them saying they're thinking about going away from Kang because Quantumania didn't sell well is total BS. Why are they not blaming the actual star of the movie, Paul Rudd? That's Paul's movie, not Jonathan Majors. He didn't show up until the movie was halfway done. Jonathan Majors getting into trouble, the writer's strike, the actor's strike, all these things have afforded each other a lot of room and thinking time to make decisions. It's actually the perfect storm. With that being said, legally, if the prosecution's narrative is saying he broke her finger in the back of the car, I think he 1000% is innocent of that charge. He will walk off of that assault charge. The harassment charges are different. I think they're a little bit easier to get him on. I personally think even if he wins this case, he's done, unless there's a lot of public outcry to keep him, because he still has an open case in London. And that puts Marvel in a very uncomfortable situation. They film over there. So I hope either Jonathan is 100% innocent and he keeps his job, which I'm wary about because of this London case. I think Marvel honestly wants him to be guilty so they can have a clean break from him. I've worked in corporate before. I've seen how some of these meetings where you have uncomfortable conversations about these type of things, firing people, laying them off. If he's innocent, it puts them in a tougher spot because the general public is going to be like, hey, this man needs to keep his job. The Disney Corporation on the flip side is going to be thinking, hey, he has an open case in London and he just brings too much negative press. So if he's innocent, I see some serious lawsuits coming if he wins this case and they cut him. And they'll gladly pay those lawsuits to make him disappear, the same way they did Victoria Alonso. So, like that insider said, they are very much when it comes to Kang. Because if you go in a different direction, people are going to be mad. If you recast, people are mad. Creatively, the best option is Jonathan Majors is 100% innocent and he can stay on as Kang. But legally and business-wise, I don't know if that would be a good idea with an open case in London. So yeah, they are when it comes to Kang.